Hello chess lovers, I would like to show you a very sharp and interesting game played by Radoslaw Wojtaszek and Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. The game was played at Shamkir Chess 2017 in round 8. Wojtaszek started with knight f3, knight f6 by black, c4, g6, knight c3, d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5, queen b3, knight b6, d4, bishop g7, e4, bishop g4, bishop b5 check, c6, knight g5, attacking the pawn on f7, black castles, bishop e2, bishop takes e2, knight takes e2, knight a6, queen h3, attacking the h7 pawn, h6, knight f3, and now the bishop is attacking the pawn on h6, urging black to play this h5 move, and already we can see that black king side is weakened. Now comes rook g1, a very interesting move. In my database there are 6 games with this rook g1 move. Knight b4, threatening knight c2 check, forking the rook and the king. But Wojtaszek as if pays no attention to that threat and just plays g4. Black responded with queen d7. But let's have a look what will happen if you play knight c2 check. King f1, knight takes a1, g takes h5, queen d7, queen h4, bishop f6, and white has this strong bishop g5 move. Queen e6, knight f4, and this is a very unpleasant position for black. Queen c4 check, king g2, well, bishop takes d4, h takes g6. White is just much better, though white is a rook down, but this would have been good for white. That's why we don't see this knight c2 check. Instead black played queen d7, queen h4. After the game, Mamedyarov said that this queen h4 move was a surprise for him. He hadn't seen that move during his preparation. Now comes knight c2 check, king f1, and knight takes d4. Well, if you play knight takes a1, then again we will see the same line which I showed you with bishop f6, bishop g5. Let's go back. We see knight takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, g takes h5, bishop f6, and now comes this bishop g5 move. Bishop takes b2, rook e1, queen d3 check, king g2, f6, bishop h6, g5, and here comes a little tactics by white. Can you find that move? White simply took on g5, knight takes g5, rook f7. Well, if you capture on g5, then here is what will happen. Queen takes g5 check, king h8, bishop takes f8, and if you take on f8, then after queen h6 check, king g8, white has this beautiful king h1 check, opening up a space for the rook, and black is just losing. Let's go back. We see rook f7 in this position, knight takes f7, king takes f7, rook e3, both attacking the queen on d3, and at the same time white is bringing into the game this rook with a tempo. Queen c2, rook g3, bishop d4, rook g7 check, king e6, queen g4 check, king d6, bishop e3, bishop takes e3, queen g3 check, and in this position black resigned because white is going to capture the bishop on e3 as well, and white can easily win this game. A very interesting and instructive game, I think. Especially I like this idea of playing queen h3 and then weakening black's king side, and here comes this rook g1 move and then g4. This much. Your comments and questions please. and thanks for watching. Good luck.